Is coffee healthy? Why do I drink coffee is the question that I wanted to address today. And well, there's times in my life where I haven't drank coffee for years. A number of years ago I didn't drink coffee for 6 years. And then in Spain, living the cafe lifestyle and everything, you know, cafe society, right? Started hanging out in coffee shops, doing my work in coffee shops and just having coffee. You smell the coffee. It smells nice. You might have a coffee, right? You know, so I have a coffee, a bit of soy milk in. You know, have a nice coffee, a nice soy latte or something. Or in the summer times, I have a nice latte of soy. Yeah. So yeah, I like to have a coffee, right? Not everybody can handle coffee. I can handle coffee very well. Coffee has a lot of beneficial effects on me. But I only have one, at the very most, one a day, and I have that in the morning. Sometimes I won't have a coffee for a few days, and I'll have one, and it's just a really nice boost. Beneficial wise, you know, why is it beneficial? Well, for me, it sharpens my mind. It just turns me on, sharpens my mind for when I want to work. Earlier on this year, I wrote a book in 3 months. 67,000 word manuscript in 3 months, and I did that purely on coffee. I would have my ritual was I'd sit down, drink my morning coffee, and get to work, and I would just write solid for 2 to 3 hours until my levels started to come down again, you know, and I would just go solid, and that's what made me write that book. If it wasn't for those morning coffees, I would have struggled through that. It was just morning coffee, light on, boom, go. And so I find it beneficial for my creativity. If I'm feeling sluggish and I want to be creative and it's like, oh, there's nothing coming, I just throw a coffee back and boom, my creativity comes. I can write a blog and write part of my book or whatever. And so yeah, I find coffee very beneficial when it is respected and taken moderately like that. Taking like a number of cups every day. You see people, they're just like these constant twitches where their head's constantly moving because they're drinking like 10, 20 cups a day. So then I know there's some people saying, scream, but it's a neurotoxin, right? Yeah, so, scientifically it's considered a neurotoxin, and, there's studies, etc., proof or evidence. But then when you look at the people who drink coffee all their lives, and you look at, I read a lot of biographies of people who have achieved great things in their lives, right? Nobel Prize winners and people who've created great works and creative works and things like that. And nearly every single one of them, they had a morning ritual of drinking a coffee first thing in the morning. And they lived very long lives and were incredibly sharp and creative and mentally acute their whole lives, right? Right into old age. So it's like, oh, okay, it seemed to work for them. I drink good Italian coffee, not the instant crap, right? And I would have most one a day. That's the most. Sometimes I don't have any for a few days or up to 7 days or something, and then I'll have one. But yeah, I like to have my morning coffee and then get to work. So that's why I drink coffee. Is it healthy? For some people it is, for some people it's not. Some people say, well, it robs the minerals from your body. It's going into your gut and it's robbing the minerals. It's highly acidic and whatever else. I was like, well, yeah, and so is like a pile of things you do every single day. Driving your car is acidic. Having the air conditioning on it creates an acid environment in your body. Not breathing correctly, which most people aren't doing all day, yes, that creates acid in your body. I buffer so much that I do so many things that are alkalizing, breathing correctly, the exercise that I do Tai Chi, doing martial arts and everything, alkalizing things to the body, living in an environment, one of the healthiest environments in the world, down by the sea, breathing the fresh sea air, highly alkalizing. All the nutrition I take and the greens, things like that. So drinking one coffee a day, it's hardly going to put a dent on those other things. So for me, there's some downsides to drinking coffee, right? And there's also some upsides for me, but for me, there's more upsides. You got to look at things in your life and say, well, what's the upsides, what's the downsides? If there's more downsides than upsides, then maybe you want to, knock that one on the head. Maybe it's a habit that you want to break. But if there's more benefits, then you're just going to keep doing it. And for me, it's like sometimes I'll go off coffee for a few weeks' time and say, actually, I don't feel any better from not drinking the coffee. In fact, I'm missing it. In fact, I don't have that creative spark that I like to have first thing in the morning. I enjoy the coffee. I enjoy the smell. I enjoy the taste. I enjoy the ritual of drinking it. So for me, do 90% of what you do like really good. The other 10% don't worry about so much, because the 90% will dilute that 10%. For me, things I stay away from are things like wheat, bread. To me, that stuff's from the devil. That stuff clogs you. That stuff slows you down. That stuff has you sitting on the toilet constipated. That stuff get you bloated. That really does create brain fog. That's the sort of stuff I stay away from. Mostly like wheat and gluten and stuff like that. But coffee, for me, it's I like it. I like stimulants. I like a sharp, buzz like that. And so for me, not for everyone. Some people drink a coffee and they start jittering, and then their knee starts going and they get nervous and things like that. It doesn't have that effect on me. For me, I feel it going in my system and I'm like, yeah, I like that, So that's my coffee explanation. And but again, you got to weigh it up, the benefits and the disadvantages, and find out what that is for you with anything you do in life. So is coffee healthy? For me it is. For you, you're the only one that really knows that. Thanks for watching.